know.
All right. What's going on, people? DNA, the only one, the one only. Of course, back again, once again. This is the Cold Hard Facts Podcast, episode 328. Of course. So I have a very special guest, as you can see, live and in color, sorta. Yajaira.
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 Yeah.
Sorry, I still did it wrong.
Yeah,
I'm so
Yajaira.
sorry.
It'll take practice. Fine.
Yajaira, I am so sorry. But multi-talented person in front of me today. Singer, actor, dancer, model. I was like, dang, this girl could do it all.
Thank you.
So first I want to ask, is this your real name or?
Oh yeah, this is my real name. This is my government name.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was unique enough to not have to put too much on it. At first I was going by like Yajaira Lyric, and I was just like, okay, that's too long because I know some people struggle with my first name already. So I was like, I'm gonna just keep it Yajaira. It's unique enough, just one name, and yeah, that's it.
For sure.
Yeah, I do have a nickname, but that's normally for family.
Okay, you ain't got to tell me. I appreciate you for just even mentioning you have a nickname.
Yeah.
So how did you really get your start in the? Let's go with the music part first, the singer part.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get your start?
I have a cliche, typical African American girl story, church, so that's where I initially started in the youth choir. And then I was like singing with my aunt. I was like, oh wait, like I could actually sing. And like I want to say about 8, and I end up like having the confidence to do a summer talent show. I'm from the west side of Chicago. Okay. So it's this park called the Follett Park, and I used to go to summer camp there, and they put on talent shows. So that was like my first ever that I remember talent shows. Like I know like my mom and everybody, they put me in dance class and stuff, but that was like, how parents do just to kill time. I'm sure they saw something in me, but it wasn't until I realized and had my own confidence to be like, oh wait, like, yeah, I could do this. And that was summer camp, the Follett Park, and I sang Alicia Keys, I Keep on Falling. Okay. So that was my start.
That's cool. That's cool. So you write too?
Yes, I write. Okay. Yes, and sometimes I have a co-writer, Travis Prince. Sometimes he helps me. He's also my producer as well. We produce together. I also produce. So I even get that on that end as well.
Mm-hmm. That's good. We need more songwriters out here.
Absolutely. I'm working on the craft for sure. I'm working on it, especially for R&B, because it's, the times that we in.
You can say it.
It's new, and it's definitely current, but I feel like I can't say what's missing, but I feel like I want to bring back some of the feelings, but still keeping it current, like long timeless music.
It's needed. So the actor part, when did that coming about?
I started that officially September 2021. Yeah, something was just like, because, okay, I'm going to be going off into segments to get to this. I mean, I don't know, but so I was substitute teaching at one point, and it was like, yeah, this is not for me. I mean, I love the kids, and like I love teaching. To be honest, like I feel like I would be a great teacher, but that's just I'm that done with that season. That was just like something I came out of college, was doing, trying to figure out what because like I was still always singing in the midst of it, but I was like, it got to be something else, and I was like, TV, I can get paid faster than I can with music if I'm being realistic. It take time with music and putting it out there, and you gotta, have your following. They gotta be invested to buy. It's like it's a process when it comes to music. But however, when it comes to TV, film, and entertainment, it's a little more simple. Um, you just gotta know like what casting to do or whatever. Some people have agencies, so I just happen to come across these castings, and you never know what's a scam for real. So I don't know what I looked at reviews, of course, and I just was like, I'm gonna just take my chance. So I subscribed to these three. Well, first I subscribed to 4 Star Casting. It's a Chicago casting for people who don't know. They cast background and extras. So that's where I got my start on the show 61st Street with Angela Bassett's husband. I feel I do not want to mess up his name. We know him. I'm sorry if I click off. Would I go out, off? I would. Okay. Um, it's gonna come to me soon. But either way, 61st Street. He's the main character of this show, and that's where I got my first background and extra work. September 2021. But this same casting, however, had casted me for Donda, Kanye West, like a month before when he did the music release for Donda,
Right.
like when he had the house, all the choir and everything. So that was my first official gig with them, but that just wasn't necessarily acting. That was because they also hire for like wherever extras are needed. Like even if it's dance, even if it's music, like so this is a good casting site for people looking to get a start somewhere. And that one is free. 4 Star Casting. So that's the story behind that one. And it just went on a life of its own, and I was been able to blossom, still growing in it, but since then it's been pretty good, like getting my foot in the door for sure.
Okay. Now the dancing part.
That's just something I've just been doing my whole life. Again, because that my mother, when she was pregnant with me, she was dancing. So it's like something I picked up from her, and yeah. So ever since I was young, they just always put me in dance school, and I just always been in dance school, and they just always been dancing or on dance team. So just and then Chicago culture, we just always be dancing, and some parties. So it just never um like I guess it's always just been second nature, I guess, to be dancing. Yeah, yeah.
Now modeling.
Um, that even wasn't even intentional. Honestly, that's just more so like me realizing, like, oh, okay, I got a nice look. I can put something together. I can do it. I wish I was like 5'7" to really be a high fashion type of model, but I'm only 5'3" and I got the short end of the stick. So, I can only do so much of what I can. So I appreciate when people do, like acknowledge me as a model, because, that's not something that I intentionally do, but I do see that I can also make a living out of doing that as well. So just everything God gave me, I'm just trying to use it all. If I can make, especially if I can make some money there, I'm gonna do
Okay.
it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Um, so which one, if you could like just pick one, what you do and never put it down?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with singing.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go with singing.
Is there a particular reason why?
Just because of the performance I can give with it, I feel like I don't know. They all are great. They definitely all are great. But I want to say that's my stronger suit, possibly as well. Like I know my strengths. I know I'm, good in all, but it's all, of course, some things I'm greater than the other in. So I feel like singing will be for me. Yeah, yeah. Entertainer though, that's always been my whole thing. Just an overall great performer in all aspects. But music for sure. Music is tough.
Um, yeah, singer, actor, dancer. That's like all entertainment anyway. So
Yes.
I feel like, um, yeah, like certain people when they do have all these gifts, they don't know how to just put it all in one box as entertainment, and they just gotta separate them sometimes. And I'm kind of glad you did because a lot of people wouldn't know. Oh, just put entertainer and model like in my bio, but but all of those are very important things that you know. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you know that.
Yes, yes. No, yeah. So, I mean, and it's hard because I feel like most creatives, we actually just fit into more than one box. So it's kind of like hard to just be one anyway. I mean, like, again, you just realize where you're stronger at. And obviously you can perfect that to be, stronger. But, realistically, creatives have more than one gift. So it's like you kind of do everything for real.
So what music do you enjoy writing about the most?
Like John.
Because genre, yes, genre.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say I'm in a mix between pop R&B.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like so. I'm gonna say I always fall in that type of lane because it's
Okay.
not like over there in the soul, but it's not over there in the pop, but it finds its way like in the middle.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. And who are you listening to currently right now besides yourself?
Hmm. I'm digging Patronata for sure. Um. I'm still like a early 2000s person, so I can't even lie to you. So I'm
Okay.
keeping up with the current stuff to like, because some artists for sure I can relate with. But the early 2000s ain't going nowhere. Um uh
Got that.
who else?
A lot of people had some good runs in the 2000s, so I get that.
Right. So I can't even honestly. It's like all whenever you think of that whole just group of music, all of them, because I can't even specifically say which ones. But when I'm thinking about the current people, like who, like I pull up, or like I'm at the gym and I'm working out, K Tronada pops up. A lot of dance hall, Afrobeat type music. I want to say who else have I like turned to that's not in that group. Uh, hmm. I've been discovering new people too. That's another thing. Um,
Any current mainstream like her or Summer Walker, SZA?
Beyonce, hands down. I mean,
Okay.
for me, that's like a no brainer. I'm sorry, I didn't even mention Beyonce. Yes, that's a no brainer for me. Anybody else mainstream? Again, that'd be in that group. Of that early stuff.
Alicia Keys,
Uh, oh, but I feel like she's still in the stuff too. Yeah, her. I look.
Marsha Ambrosius,
JoJo, Tori Kelly. I like their new song they just put out. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Marsha Ambrosius.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I feel like I thought when you say like new, like
I mean, okay, I'm saying everybody. Well, Marsha Ambrosius is mainstream, but she's a songwriter too, so it's like she's gonna like dip into everything.
Yeah, my music range is so like wide that it's literally just about everybody.
Okay.
So that's why I said if I'm thinking about like who I like turned to get into like a little vibe recently that I noticed, because everybody else is just like on default for me, like all these people that we're naming. Um,
Okay.
but like K Tronada is one that's like I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I'm
Um,
familiar.
yeah, yeah. So that's like definitely who I've been turning to and like vibing with knowingly. Like if
Okay.
I'm calling it, because everything else is like I feel like it's second nature for me. Like most of the R&B singers, like Fantasia, again Beyonce, but again they started. If I'm thinking, I'm trying to think about like newer artists. Those are the people, you know.
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, I
Yeah,
gotta know.
yeah. That I think now. I mean, like, yeah, people I've also. I mean, I've come across if I'm gonna be naming like. I'll name like Mahalia, Ella May. Of course, I listen to her. Um, Trying to think of my guys: Eric Bellinger, Vito. Um, yeah, she's and Naya Lamise. She's dope. But I'm going see now. I'm going back like kind of like not necessarily mainstream, but you know the names that I'm saying.
Yeah,
The
because a lot of these. Oh, go ahead.
rappers Doechii. Well, I guess if when we talking about R&B, she kind of like plays in between. Victoria Monet, Goddess. Um, Tiana Taylor. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
hearing
you try
everybody.
not
So
to
like,
stray.
I'm be naming everybody. So I listen to everybody. So
Yeah, I
if,
got you.
if it's a good song and I hear it, downloading it. So
I got you.
yeah,
You like a really mixed bag, and you don't know how to like stay in really one genre.
yeah, no, because it's like you for me, which I feel like probably for most people, it depends on the season I'm in. I could be really feeling all the soul music, or I can really have some K Tronada vibe, and that's like that's the season I'm in. To keep replaying it and to just like go.
That's good. That's
So
good. Yeah, because I can kind of tell that well from the Run project that you two do have. I don't know how to say that. You got to tell me how do
oh,
you
the
say
name
that? The real Z is it called?
reality.
Reality.
So
How
it's
did you pick that name?
reality. So it's supposed to be reality and fantasy mix. That's
Okay.
what I live in reality.
Okay.
So like
So
if we keeping it real and it's everything that is familiar, but we in a fantasy land with it. So
mm-hmm.
from the looks, the different type of sounds. More of my newer projects will reflect more of the sounds that I pick because I will be producing most of these songs. So
Okay.
um, yeah, you'll be able to hear more of that. But I feel like I'm more eclectic with my sound. It's not really like nothing really you can really. I don't know. Well, what do you think? I don't know.
Oh, I like it all, honestly. I was gonna talk about my favorite songs, and tell me your headspace or what you when you was creating it. Like what you do to me? What's that?
Hmm.
Like how did you create that?
What you do to me? Um. Okay, so well, one, how I come up with songs with music is just like I hear the song or the beat and I just start mumbling and I just like say words, but I don't say words.
Okay.
And then the words end up having to come, like filling in. Like I'll hear the melody. So, and then I just start putting the words right there where it's saying like I said. So
Okay.
that's how I initially start my songs, to be honest, and then I come up to a storyline to which is relatable to whatever I've been through or whatever what I'm familiar with has happened.
Okay.
So yeah,
To
I
be
got
in love.
that one. I was thinking about. I really wanted to try at doing a actual like R&B type of song. Um, and that definitely has some of my storylines. Again, it's still always relate to me, for sure. Um, yeah, that's definitely personal experience. Um, what else do you want to know about that one?
Oh, that's you. You gave me enough.
Oh,
Uh, don't let me down.
okay. Yeah, that was a fun little. Again, this well, initially this project was like experimenting with my sound as well.
Okay.
What kind of songs I can come up with and whatever, like this. So that was that season of exploration.
Okay.
So that one is like R&B pop at the same time.
Yeah, I
Um,
could tell.
yeah. So and I wanted to have like a. It was like it's sexy, but it's like I can also have fun with it. Um, that's probably like my second freaky song I ever wrote.
Okay.
Or something, of that type of way. But yeah, I don't know. Again, that's literally my process is literally how I go. I hear it, the melody, and I just start putting words, and I make the story relatable to fit in what I'm
That's one.
what
That's
I'm
good.
feeling.
Uh, do you do a lot of rough drafts, like voice notes, on your phone for yourself?
I can't honestly say that I do. Not often, no.
Okay.
Like are you saying like when I'm making up the song?
Yes.
Not necessarily voice note, but like if I'm writing a song or when I'm writing a song, I do store it in my notes, but I don't necessarily like have a vocal history of, recording
Okay.
myself. Actually, so like whenever I'm ready, I just go put it down and I have the roughs of when I'm in the studio.
Okay. Are all of these songs produced by you on this project?
No, 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 not all of them. This was one again that since I was exploring, I was like I bought beats from other people, just like see what like I like that sound and I like this sound. So some of those were pretty much most of those were pretty much bought. One of them, Make It, that was Kid Breeze. I don't know if you familiar, but that was a beat I got from him, and we ended up freaking that one. Uh,
That's the one you have the video for you.
yeah. So yeah, that was him, and I'm
Jay
sorry,
Try.
other song, the other music producer who I got the beat from, but that was pretty much that project. The other gentleman that I can't think of the name right now. Sorry to you people, right? But y'all know who y'all. Because like I
Um.
said, it was something I was just buying stuff. I was like, let me go. I was just listening. So my
Okay.
bad. But I do got his information though when I go back. So I got it record. The track record. I just can't think of everything on spot right now. But thanks to him. So the next project and future things I put out will be productions of me.
Um.
Or if you're familiar with Crispy, that's another one.
Um. Do you want to get
Oh
signed?
yeah, no. Huh? I'm going.
Do
I'm
you
sorry.
want to get? Do you want to get signed?
Not into no 360. Um, you know, by all means, not into no 360. But I'm willing to negotiate certain things. Like, like if it's beneficial to everybody and everybody can win, we can talk about some stuff because we all, I mean, it's just definitely great things about having a machine behind you. I would love to, do the most I can independently. But again, wherever I see fit, because at the end of the day, regardless if it's a music deal, an ad deal, whatever, I want to get money. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna be doing deals with somebody somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But if
For
it helps
sure.
everybody out, like, and it makes sense, absolutely. You know?
I
Yeah.
like how you said 9 to no 360. Yes.
Right. Right.
Okay. What do you feel like your biggest accomplishment in music is so far?
Hmm. I'm gonna say putting out my own project.
Okay.
Yeah, because that once I did that, it made me feel like, okay, I'm an artist for real. And I'm not just not to say anybody is not an artist, but like I just felt like, and I'm sure some other singers go through this, like just singing cover songs and like freaking them and making them like your own is great. We love it, the people love it. But it's nothing like having your own music that is just like it's mine and I thought of that and I came up with that and it's mine. You know what I'm saying? Like because you get trapped
Exactly.
into who the other people we singing the songs we're singing. You know, we get trapped into who they are and their style of music because of the song that we singing. But we want to really like focus in on ourselves too, especially when you find that for you. Like I be like reality that EP is like it was I love it, but it's also cringy because I'm like it was a time period of exploration. So I'm like, ooh, like I want y'all to hear it, but I'm like, ooh, because it was like I was in the because I'm like I know what can come, but I'm sure I will always have that feeling though. But at the end of the day, nothing beats like it's mine and it's me. You can get a feeling of me, you know. So I'm gonna say that one. I have a lot, but I say that one for sure.
As
Hmm.
far as acting, what was your biggest accomplishment?
So far, I'm going to say that I can say anyway. Um, Being the body double for Niecy Nash, that was a pretty cool experience. Um, that one I got through a casting called Casting Networks. Some people heard of it. Um, I submitted. They post these castings, and I submitted. They wanted some pictures, some video of me, like saying, you know, my name, where I'm located, blah blah blah. Um, but you know, submitted just like everybody else, and got it. And I was able to work with them for like a couple of weeks or so, and it was just like a great experience. You know, definitely a Hollywood experience. That's where I was at when I got it, L.A. But hopefully more to come as there should, but you know you don't want to speak on nothing before it actually happen. I don't ever like to speak because it's just the jinx of it. But hopefully if everything comes, you know, and continues to grow as I wish, more to come. But that so far has been my biggest one.
Okay. Um, so, what do you feel like is your like reasoning for moving?
Chicago has gotten me a great start, but I can honestly say it does not compare to LA opportunities. Like Chicago has the opportunities because this is where I got my start. I'm never not ever won't ever say that about my city. But getting to the next level in this industry, if you want to be in this industry, is definitely the opportunities there, or at least that's where I'm thriving. I've went to Atlanta and I was able to do background on the show Sisters in Tyler Perry Studios. So I do feel like maybe being in Atlanta would be also beneficial, but it's always something always deep down in me because I've always visited LA that is just always like this is where I need to be. Like people told me that like you need to be in LA, but I didn't find reason for it because it's like I don't have experience to be out there just going out there be looking crazy and you know how expensive it is. I'm just not about to just go. I mean it's much like it sounds great, but I'm like I need to have more of a great plan. So when I get there, it's like I immediately start working, which I did. Like 5 days within me being in LA in March, I started working. So, and a lot of people out there they get lost because they do just go without a plan necessarily to already have secured for them getting out there. Like this is entertainment is they can say like, you know what, never mind, we changed our mind. that just what happens. But at least I know I've worked up something here in Chicago to be able to take with me to LA to secure something. I'm gonna get something, you know. I'm just not going out there with nothing. Yeah, because it's definitely what we hear for sure. I cannot deny being there since again March. It's definitely everything you've heard.
Um. Okay. So, would you say that um you're completely done with Chicago, or is that something you would want to get back to? You would want to get back.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely not completely done with Chicago. I still got some stumping grounds to, be on here. Like, I just really grazed the things like performing at certain showcase venues like the Promontory, um, 773 stage, Refuge when it was Refuge, um, Baseline, I've done theater, black ensemble theater. So it's like I've done some, and I've done background singing at the City Winery for Amanda Petaway. But yeah, it's just I had like when I get up to that standard or that status, or especially with music, I'm definitely come back for all of them, including the Chicago theaters, the Rosemont, the Wind Trust, the Airy Crown. Like what I'm saying, like I've not touch the surface of what I need to. But again, I need to get my foot in the door somewhere, and where it seems like the doors are opening is where I am. So I'm being realistic. I'm not gonna go against what's opening the doors for me.
You're very right. uh, so what? Okay, what's one thing you want to do for Chicago that nobody else has done?
Oh, that's a great question, and I gotta actually a list of stuff. But it's like I don't want to say it because I don't want nobody stealing my.
Okay.
So it's like I gotta put it out there first. But I definitely want to get back to the community. Um, see how I can help uncle and auntie up, what I'm saying, off the street, and maybe how I can legally put some dollars in their pocket, or the kids with employment, um, more after school. I mean, well, I guess people have done certain things, but like not to the magnitude that I'm thinking about. Of course, we have our Chicago knowns that give back to the communities and the kids and stuff like that. In the wherever whatever fashion that is for them. So yeah, but I don't want nobody stealing my ideas.
Okay,
So
I
I
got you.
so I can't speak too much, but yeah, it's definitely like I can't leave. This is where I'm starting first. It's just I got to get my foot in. Unfortunately, the door and where it's taking me, and then I can do what I need to do when I get in the position and in the season to be able to help or give back, or do what no one has done in Chicago.
I had another question about this. Oh, what do you like to do more? Make the record or perform the record?
Who performed the record?
Okay.
With Showtime. That's when it come. That's when it come on. But the studio is like that one can be because you gotta, you want to make it sound perfect, and you don't want to have too much editing on there, or maybe I was singing it one day, and then I'm like I sound weak. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like I don't feel it. So I got to do it over. Certain songs I'm like held in the vault that I'm like now I got to revisit that. Like you think it's done and it's not. It's like you could, but then again, this is me also being an artist. I hate to get too much in my mind, but sometimes it do just take sitting on there because I had to go through life to really figure out, oh, it needs this touch. It need that. I need to be here, especially me learning myself even more like as a vocalist, like how to sing it properly this way, be on this note, like practicing and being into my craft is like, oh, okay, now I need to revisit that. So that is more really technical. But performing, I get to do the outfits, the makeup, the choreography. I know, like my showcase that I have on my Instagram page of the promontory. I thought of the outfits. I thought of the choreography. I thought of how the show's supposed to go. I'm a visionary in that sense. So I love it. I love that glitz and glam part about it, and giving the show. Because honestly, I'm like reserved, but it's like once I get on stage, it'd be like something else. So yeah. So performing is actually always fun for me. So that adrenaline is everything. So I do plan on being one of the greatest performers, entertainers.
Okay. That's good. That's great. Yeah. I'm gonna get into your acting stuff more. I'm gonna have to. I love the music. My love is music. So I mean, what I heard from you is already great. I even listened to the acoustic version of that song that you got a video for. Uh, dang, what is
I
it?
got
Wait.
2 acoustic ones on there.
Oh, okay. Which
Yeah.
Make It is what I heard.
Make
Make
it.
It.
Yeah, I did that last year.
And the other one is, what's the other one that you got acoustic?
With You. That's what I just
Okay.
a couple days ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I gotta look at that then. But yeah, like I said, like you already got it musically. I can't wait to see what else you're gonna do.
Thank you.
You're already thriving.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Get it. It's hot.
I don't, yeah. I don't have anything other else. If you want to do shout outs, you can.
Oh, God, I thought you said you had something else to ask me. Okay. I'm gonna shout out God for sure. People be thinking I'll be cliche or whatever, but like I can't make this stuff up. I really can't. If I could, I would. But like I be telling people about these casting sites, casting networks, Backstage, Actors Access. I subscribe to all 3. I use all 3 in Chicago, which also led me to becoming able to work in LA. I did these castings here and there. So but other than that, like I just been moving with the spirit or with God, and it's crazy how stuff just been working out. So that's definitely where I'm start. Cause yeah, the miracles are real. The coincidences are real. So yeah, I'm shout out my mother too, because that's one of my biggest supporters. Definitely, momager. Uh, Definitely would not have God so far without her. Also, my family members. I got a lot of family behind me for sure, and which I love because that's hard to find. Cause it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do feel like me being in LA, they like, all right, now what you gonna do? But but it's like I'm glad I got the support of my people. And anybody else who believes in me, supports me. They know who they are, and so I'm appreciative for everybody in that regard. I appreciate you. Shout out to you for having me on your podcast. I love that. Because I see that you actually putting in work and you doing something and trying to create something. So all I can do is support you, just as much as you can support me. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all I got for you. I appreciate you again.
Okay.
Like I said, keep thriving, keep thriving, keep thriving. When I press stop, don't leave though.
Okay. Okay.
And we'll see y'all next time.